Hello and welcome back to another episode of Gridiron Gospel, whereas, of course, we cover the entirety of the playing field. This week we're going to jump into a wild week of college basketball, but before we do that, we just like to announce that baseball season is just about back and in full swing with spring training. We're not quite at opening day yet, but boy, are we counting down the days.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's opening day or not. It's still baseball.
I mean, both of our teams are technically on Friday. I mean, there's been some speculation in the background as to who my Red Sox are playing on Friday. We do play Northeastern.
It's like a tradition every year, right?
It is. It is a tradition every year.
Typically, the Red Sox win every time.
They do win every time. I'd be hard pressed to find a time where Northeastern beat the Red Sox. We're just gonna have our guy Jason Google that there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hard Google search to find.
I mean, it's just simple. No, Northeastern has never beaten the Red Sox.
Okay, looking to keep that going this year. But actually, no. We'll just move that to. What do you think about your Orioles this year? I mean, what do you think they did right, or what didn't they do right in the offseason?
I'm excited for this season, but do I think we're gonna win the division? No, I think that's Toronto's. But I like the signing of Pete Alonso. I don't know about the signing of Chris Bassett. The trade for Shane Baz, I'm a little bit questionable of because of the prospects that we traded.
Yep.
But we could have used those prospects to trade for maybe, yes, this is out of reach, but schoolboy schemes, which is out of reach. But and the pitching staff, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's the Orioles. Every year we don't know what's gonna happen. Hitting, I love it.
And I mean,
and then Craigie Albernis, that guy is electric. That guy is awesome. I hope he doesn't turn out to be Brandon Hyde.
yeah. And I mean, obviously with my Red Sox, we didn't do as much signing as a team like the Orioles did. I think there was some questioning as to whether the Red Sox were actually going to spend money this year, and Schwarber was. This is what the Red Sox do, though. They put themselves in just enough contention to keep their names in like the top, in like the final five, but they never actually wind up signing the guy. Like this happened with Schwarber. It happened with Soto. It happened with Alonso.
It happened with Framber too.
It happened with Framber.
But at least y'all got a Ranger Suarez.
See, and that's it. That's actually the next point that I wanted to talk about. I'd just like to thank our Phillies correspondents, Brendan Flato and Jack Morgan and Nick Fernbaugh for one of their best aces in their starting rotation. So I mean, he's a solid starting pitcher too for us. I mean, I like our rotation going into the year. We also I think there needs to be some questions answered at the third base and first base position. Obviously, we signed Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Oh,
but yeah, we did.
Oh, nice.
But I mean, I'm not really sold on that as our.
He can play everywhere though.
As our third baseman moving forward. Obviously, you have Marcelo Meyer at short, and Casas will be coming back in May for first base. But I mean, I need to see a lot of progression out of Casas at first. And I'd also like to see Christian Campbell back in the lineup again this year. Obviously, he's been in the minor leagues down in Worcester, trying to work on his first base skills. But I personally think he should be called up, at least for this year.
Yeah. Jackson Holiday is hurt, which is why that trade that we have for Blaze Alexander is going to fill in until he comes back around April 10th. Because Michael Elias said a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So I'm hoping it's a couple of weeks, but
yeah.
Westberg is hurt, but I think he'll be back for opening day. But I'm not worried about it because we got bench pieces like Kobe Mayo. We got Luis Vasquez for some odd reason. Who else do we have? Jeremiah Jackson can play everywhere too. So I'm not worried about injuries.
Yeah.
I'm mainly worried about injuries in the pitching staff.
Yeah.
And hopefully Felix Bautista can come back healthy and look very good. Because I don't want to have to deal with no closer again. Deal with Craig Kimbrell at closer because, my God, that was terrible.
Worked out well for my Sox.
Yeah. But hopefully this year, Michael Elias can make an in-season trade that's not as bad as the Jack Flaherty trade that we made years ago.
Oh, God, dude.
That was terrible.
Dude, I remember that trade.
I remember his first game against the Blue Jays. He was absolutely dealing, and I thought we had our game one pitcher for the playoffs. But no, he was a very terrible bullpen pitcher.
Yeah.
That was terrible. But you know what? I'm excited. I'm excited for the Orioles this season. I know you are for Boston.
Yeah,
So
I need my Sox back. I mean, after my Pats disappointed me in the Super Bowl,
hopefully,
I
I expect I expect a championship run for the Orioles. But yet again, I just want to see at least one playoff win because we have gone since 2016 actually. No, 2014 actually without a
shout
playoff
out
win.
Delman Young.
Yes, that Delman Young was.
But with all that baseball talk, and there will be more upcoming in recent weeks because spring training ball does start up this Friday.
Those talks from you are great.
Yeah, and we're just gonna jump into a little college basketball talk. I mean, we'll kick it off to our college basketball correspondent here. We'll run through the top 25, kind of just give some players to note for at least as many teams as we can, and. I mean, I'll cover my A10 side, and Jason will take the bigger conference.
The Power
teams,
4 conferences.
As I'm more of a mid-major guy myself.
Yeah. So this week I will not be talking about Maryland basketball because they disappoint me every week. I will say Google is free. So the number one team in the land, Michigan, it was about time that they are number one. Yeah. Arizona did lose they lost two straight.
Yep.
I will get to them in a minute. Michigan recently defeated UCLA 86-56. Their notable opponents coming up is Purdue, Duke, Illinois, and MSU. Do you think Michigan could beat all of those teams?
I mean, considering who they've beaten this year so far, they've obviously had they obviously have the resumes to be a number one team. They beat Auburn, they beat Gonzaga, USC, Nebraska, who was number 5 at the time, Michigan State. Their only loss being to unranked Wisconsin is kind of like the outlier in their schedule so far. But I truly do think that they can run the table, and I am saying that as an Ohio State supporter. But I mean, I'm a Duquesne fan for basketball. So But I do just want to note one of their players, Yaxel Lendeborg.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Yeah,
Yaxel Lendeborg is he can do everything for you.
Yeah, 14, 7, and 3.
You got Yaxel Lendeborg.
Yep.
I got Elliot Cadeau. Elliot Cadeau is a true point guard. I don't care. If I was coaching a team, I would want my point guard to average 10 assists a game because you're running the offense, you're creating other chances for so they got Morris Johnson, Ade Mara, Yaxel Lendeborg, and you got Kaysen, and you got players off the bench too that can do everything for you.
Yeah.
Michigan, I got them winning the national championship. Actually.
I can see them making a deep tournament run. Yes. I don't think I'm not gonna call it a national championship.
They're too good to not say they're gonna go to the championship, but yet again.
I don't know.
They could easily lose in the first round.
I don't know. That unranked Wisconsin loss, that's a huge outlier.
But Wisconsin is now ranked, so I'm not calling that loss bad anymore.
All right.
Number 2, Houston. Their notable opponents left is Arizona and Kansas. They can easily beat both of those teams. They did lose to Iowa State though.
Yeah.
I will get to Iowa State here in a minute because they are another one of my contenders.
Yeah.
Kingston Flemings. That guy knows how to play basketball very well. Because if you watch that game, he got to a spot in the mid-range every single time, and it was just easy money every time. He's top 5 in the draft for a reason.
Yep.
Houston has him, Chris Senek, and that Sharp guy. Forgot his first name.
Yeah.
But they're all very good. This is typically the Houston teams in the past aren't really scoring, but they have one of the best defenses. This year they got the scoring.
Yeah.
So are we gonna? I think we'll see him back in the Final Four. I don't know about the championship, but
I mean, again, I can see them making a deep playoff run, but once bracket time comes out, we'll obviously fill our brackets out on live stream. That's actually an idea we have here at Gridiron Gospel. But I mean, obviously we'll have to see once the bracket comes out. But I think I got a more mid-major team kind of making a deep run.
Yeah, I do have a mid-major going to the Sweet 16 Elite 8, but I don't know. It depends on which one for real. Duke, number 3. Before I get to Duke, this weekend on Saturday is going to be the greatest weekend of college basketball, I think. Because, well, during the regular season, because you got Arizona playing Houston, and you got Michigan playing Duke. Michigan is 1, Duke 3, then 2 and 4. I'm sorry, but that's better than anything.
I mean, I hate to interject there. Obviously, that is a great college basketball slate, but I think we're forgetting the real game, which is Duquesne taking on Dayton on the road. That'll be a 2:00 tip-off.
So anyways, so Duke, their notable opponents left Michigan, Virginia, and Carolina, and I will say Duke may easily beat Carolina now because Caleb Wilson is out, but I'll get to them in a minute. They recently beat Syracuse last night 101-64. There's nothing really else to say besides Camp Boozer is the National Player of the Year. Number 4, Arizona. They got BYU, Houston, Kansas, and Iowa State as the notable ranked opponents left. They recently lost to JT Toppin and the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. Texas Tech is another one of those teams where I can see making a deep run.
See, and you talk about Texas Tech, they're kind of the Achilles heel for these top 10 teams. I mean,
they're the Achilles heel for every top team in the Big 12.
You talk about Big 12, dude. I'm running down my top 10 list here. I can name probably 3 teams that lost to Texas Tech. You got Houston, you have Duke, you have Arizona. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But I mean, I think Texas Tech is a team to watch for a possible Sweet 16 run in the tournament.
Yep. Arizona did lose 2 straight though. I'm not worried about them now. They're not. I'm not. UConn. I'm a little bit worried for UConn. Even they did beat Georgetown 79-75.
Yep.
That's a little bit too close. The notable opponents left is St. John's and Villanova.
Now they have had problems with St. John's this year. They obviously one of their losses on the year is to St. John's, the other being to Arizona. But I can honestly see them dropping another one there.
I can see them dropping one to St. John's. I can see them dropping one tonight. Actually, it's not tonight.
Who's their next game though?
Their next game is tomorrow against Creighton at home.
Okay.
So I could based on how UConn's playing, I can see them dropping that one. The one at Villanova, home against St. John's, they can easily beat Seton Hall and Marquette.
Yep.
But Creighton, Villanova, and St. John's are the ones where I think UConn could struggle against. But I guess we'll see. Iowa State next. I'm going to say this about Iowa State. They don't have one star player, I think. Everyone on the team is very good. That is a basketball team.
Yeah.
That's a true basketball team.
Yeah.
Everyone plays their role perfectly.
I mean,
it is beautiful to watch.
And you want to talk about not one star player, which I do completely agree with you that on there. But one player to watch on that team is Milan Momcilovic.
Yes. I was gonna say his name. I just didn't want to say it.
18 points a game, 3.2 rebounds and assists. I mean, that's a solid ball player right there.
He is a notable 3-point shooter on that team, and everyone should look out for him for real. But they did beat Houston 70-67. They do have BYU, Texas Tech, and Arizona left as the ranked opponents. So I could see Iowa State making a run, deep run.
I would agree with that.
Number 7, Purdue. They have Michigan, MSU, Wisconsin as the notable opponents left. They recently beat Iowa 78-57. I didn't really get to see that game, but I just know Braden Smith was playing out of his mind again.
I mean, he's averaging 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, and almost 9 assists per game.
So he's probably going to be the Big Ten Player of the Year.
I would agree with that.
Or Yaxel Lendenborg.
I was going to say Lendenborg.
That
should absolutely be up there.
But Purdue, I'm not worried about them. They'll be fine. Kansas, I'm a little bit worried about Kansas though.
So I actually did want to talk about Kansas here. Obviously, they have a solid resume for being a top 10 team. Tennessee, Iowa State, BYU, Texas Tech, Arizona, all solid wins. But you want to look at their losses. Starts off kind of strong. UNC, Duke, UConn. Then it goes off the deep end. I mean, unranked UCF, unranked West Virginia, and then Iowa State.
They beat Iowa State by 20. They lost to them by 20. So, but I don't.
That's not to. that's not to sideline the performance that Flory Badunga has put up all year. 15 points a game, 9 rebounds, an assist and a half, and almost 3 blocks per game.
Yeah, if it isn't for Flory Badunga, I don't think Kansas will be ranked.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, that game against Iowa State, Darren Peterson had 10 points. And he shot like 3 for 10, I think. So, I don't know. My statement, I think a couple episodes ago, where I said Darren Peterson is the #1 pick, I'm taking that back instantly. I think A.J. DeBanza is the #1 pick. And when I get to BYU, you'll understand why here in a minute. Nebraska, I put there as their notable opponents left. They don't have a ranked opponent anymore.
So
Iowa is the best team that they're playing.
So I have a massive problem with Nebraska being this high. They have 2 wins. Look at their schedule. They have 2 current ranked wins. They have beat Illinois and Michigan State, solid wins.
But they have quality losses against Michigan and Illinois, which I'm not like bashing them from that.
I think they'll get a good seed. Yeah. I do not think they're going far in the tournament.
No, I think they're round of 32 at best. But
I would agree.
Yeah, they did beat Northwestern 68-49. That's not really that good. Illinois, number 10. Their notable opponents left is Michigan. At Michigan. No, I'm wrong. At home against Michigan.
I'm gonna make a prediction, and I'm probably gonna wind up regretting this in a future episode, but that's gonna be a loss.
For Illinois?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I agree, because I think Michigan can blow everyone out.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I'm willing to eat my words on that, too. So.
No, it's fine. Yeah. I mean, Ohio State Michigan is not really that big of a rivalry in basketball, anyways. No. Just like how UNC Duke is in football.
No.
But, Michigan is going to blow everyone out the water. Yeah. And that loss to Wisconsin is going to look very good for them in the future. They did beat Indiana by 20.
Yep.
Indiana is a team of where they could easily get screwed out of making the tournament. But same with Ohio State, West Virginia.
Yeah.
But yeah. Gonzaga is a team that, you know what I'm going to say, they piss me off so much because they play in the West Coast Conference, but they barely beat these teams. And they're 11th. They beat Santa Clara by 8. Their notable opponents left is St. Mary's. St. Mary's they actually have receiving votes.
Hey, don't sleep on that Portland matchup either. They did lose to Portland earlier on.
Because that Portland matchup should have made them unranked.
Yeah.
I don't care how good Gonzaga is in that conference. No. Granted, they are joining the Pac-12 next year, but the Pac-12 is going to be awful. Yeah. Because you have because Utah State's joining it. By the Utah State's very good this year.
Yeah, Utah State's
Utah State actually has receiving votes.
I think if you check bracketology, I mean, I do.
They're the 8th seed, actually. Yes. Where is it? I just lost it. All right. So Gonzaga, I don't really care about them, because they're probably gonna win out and then win their tournament, and then lose in the second round. Florida is number 12. A player that's been playing a lot better is Princeton transfer Xavier Lee. He started off terrible. He was a meme. Now he's not. He's very good. Yeah. He was their leading scorer for the past 2 games. They recently beat Kentucky 92-83. Their notable opponents left is Arkansas and Kentucky. Do you think Florida can? Are they the same team as last? Well, no. That's a terrible question. But do you think they can run it back?
Absolutely not.
All right.
No. I truthfully do not see. I mean, you look at their losses that they've had. They lost to Auburn. They lost to Missouri. They lost to.
They lost to Duke and UConn. But it wasn't very much.
They did lose to Duke and UConn. They also lost to Arizona. But
and TCU too. Wow.
I think with their more recent losses, I don't see a way where they can repeat as national champions.
Yeah, no. I think it would take Xavier Lee to have a Walter Clayton type performance to go off again. Texas Tech, we just talked about them. Their notable opponents left is Iowa State and BYU.
You know, they've been the Achilles heel for all these top 10 ranked teams all year. So I truthfully think there is a high possibility that they can run the table.
Is it wrong to say Texas Tech is a national championship contender? Is it wrong?
I can see them as being borderline Elite Eight. I don't see them
Borderline.
going.
All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Now here's a team of where they may not even make out the first round. Virginia. They barely beat Ohio State in Nashville, Tennessee. By the way, this was a neutral site game. They have their ranked opponent left is Duke.
Yep. Don't see them. I can see them beating
At
most
Duke.
most of their unranked opponents. Duke, I do not see them beating at all.
Now, Ohio State's a team that's going to get screwed out of the tournament because they keep blowing leads. They keep losing close games. And I don't know but you got to give credit to Bruce Thornton for Ohio State. He's basically carrying them.
Yeah.
Like, I would expect Ohio State to be in like the first four. MSU, they recently lost actually they are 15. They recently lost to Wisconsin, 92-71 at Wisconsin.
And I will say this about Sparty, the wheels have started to fall off with this season. The loss to Wisconsin by almost 20 doesn't help your case at all. You lost to Minnesota I get those on the road, still not great. You lost to Michigan by 12. You lost to Nebraska. The borderline. Okay, the wheels are falling off, and I can see them. I'd say best case scenario, they're Sweet 16.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They do have their notable opponents left is Purdue and Michigan.
Don't see them beating either of those.
I see them beating Purdue, but not Michigan again. Especially at Michigan, no. North Carolina. Now I'm a little bit worried for North Carolina because they did lose to Miami. They did beat Pitt. They don't have Caleb Wilson for a while. Henry Vasar is hurt too. I didn't know that until when they played Pitt.
Yeah. And I mean,
Caleb Wilson, I've been seeing stuff that he'll be back for the game against Duke, but if he's not, I don't see Carolina beating Duke at all.
No, and that's going to be a limiting factor for them in these upcoming matchups. I mean,
Carolina is a 6 seed in the bracketology.
And I'm not going to shame Syracuse. I mean, they're no slouch either. I mean, that's a tough matchup. Syracuse, Louisville, and Duke to end the year off. That's a hard schedule.
Yeah, Louisville, Clemson, and Duke is
also
those going to be the hard opponents. But
also a little news with UNC. Dylan Mingo revealed his commitment on First Take earlier today that he will be playing for the Tar Heels next year.
He chose them over Baylor, Washington, and Penn State. His brother plays for Penn State. So,
okay, all right. That's why Penn State was that.
His brother may transfer to Carolina.
Honestly, that'd be fun to see.
Number 17, St. John's. I have a problem with Big East basketball, and I'm going to say it. These teams may look good and they may be ranked, but are they really that good?
No.
Because some people put out Big East basketball to be this like top tier, like better than the Big Ten, better than anything else.
I mean, I say this as a Big Ten East watcher. I mean, I have.
Did you say Big Ten East?
Or Big Ten.
Big East.
Big East. Forgive me.
Yeah.
I say this as a Big East viewer. I mean, I've watched these games for years. They're not a major conference. They're not a Big 12. They're not an ACC. They're not
what they used to be.
Exactly. They're not. They're the old days where Providence was good. Don't get me wrong; those are great.
The old days when Pitt was running that conference.
Yeah.
When Syracuse was there too. When St. John's was good the first time.
It's the wheels have fallen off in that conference for sure.
St. Louis, I'll let you do St. Louis.
I mean, obviously, I'm the the resident A10 correspondent for this show. I mean, and to be honest with you, I'm a little uncomfortable with the hate that the A10 as a whole is getting as a tournament or as a conference. I personally believe they're better than some of the lesser known bigger conferences. Our co-host or not co-host, our guest appearance, Nick Fernbaugh actually mentioned to me in the background there. He believes that they are a better conference than the Mountain West, and I gotta be honest, I agree with that. I mean, St. Louis's performance all year has been dominant, but I mean they did kind of run into a roadblock there with Duquesne. Barely came away with the win, and what I'm gonna say is one of Duquesne's best losses on the year.
Problem is with saying that the A10 is better than the Mountain West Utah State is in the tourney because they've been rolling apparently, and Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need VCU to step up and make it in.
So VCU has to step it up and make it in, and I think one of the more important stories going on right now with the A10 is the wheels falling off with George Mason.
Yeah.
I've kept saying this ever since they lost to Duquesne. Their season has been a
terrible
train wreck.
Yeah, I thought George Mason would make it as they were last four in.
Yeah, they were being talked about for the last four in, and that loss to Duquesne.
VCU, as much as I don't really like them, to be honest, they're the next four out, and they're like on top of the list.
Yeah.
So if they keep winning,
and I mean, you want to talk.
They'll be in.
And this is where the A10 tournament will settle a lot of questions. With St. Louis, can they go all the way and win the A10 tournament?
Yeah.
And Duquesne honestly has a lot to prove here too. I mean, they've beaten good teams, but can they, if they get a higher seed in this tournament, can they beat a lower seeded team?
That's the problem because you can't play it down to their level.
Exactly.
You have to, because you don't want to go out there and then lose to Rhode Island, then Rhode Island proceeds to roll everyone and then go win the tourney. So, was that? I don't care.
That's all for we got for the A10 there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put out there bracketology stinks. Anyways, number 19, Vandy. They have their notable opponents left is Tennessee twice. That's weird. And then Kentucky.
Yep.
They recently beat Texas A&M. 82-69. Vandy is a team of where I don't know what to feel about them for real.
I mean, you look at some of their losses. They lost to Texas by 16. They lost to Florida by 4. They lost to Arkansas big time. I mean, 93-68. That's almost a 30-point loss. I get it's to a ranked team, but still, that's inexcusable.
Vandy's a 4 seed in bracketology, playing 13 seed Hawaii. I don't know how to feel about that.
Honestly, I love the fact that Hawaii is even in the
tournament. I
tournament.
didn't think Hawaii's basketball is that good. Like, congratulations, Hawaii. I hope you beat Vandy because Vandy shouldn't even be a 4 seed. I think Louisville's better than them.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And number 20, Arkansas. They have Alabama and Florida as one of their opponents left. They recently beat Auburn. Auburn is a team where I was disappointed at. I thought they would be much better. Anyways, Arkansas is a team of where I can see they can make a deep run again like last year. They are a 5 seed.
I can see them going in the round of 32. I'm not sure about Sweet 16 with that.
Well, if they go in the round of 32, they would have to play Michigan State or UNC Wilmington. I can say Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I don't see Michigan State making that far.
No, God no.
Yeah. Louisville. I can see Louisville making a huge run. They're very good. Michael Brown, very good ball player.
Are we talking a 2013 run, or are we?
No, we're not talking about 2013 run. We're talking about Elite 8 run.
Okay.
Yes. Where are they at? What bracket are they in? Because that would have to.
I mean, the only ranks.
They're in Michigan's bracket, so I don't know. Anyways, Louisville, they have North Carolina and Clemson left as one their ranked opponents, or almost ranked. They beat Baylor 82-71 last night.
Don't sleep on Syracuse either.
Syracuse is not making the tournament.
I'm just saying.
They're probably not even going to make the ACC tournament.
I'm just saying that they got it.
Is Syracuse and the others receiving votes? No. They suck. As much as I don't want to say that, but they're terrible. Miami of Ohio. Their remaining notable opponents, I literally put I don't know. They don't have a ranked opponent left. The MAC hasn't really put up a fight.
It's the MAC, dude.
Yes. As much as I want to see them put up a fight, their notable opponent I would have to say is UMass, and that is tonight. If they beat UMass, they can probably beat everyone else.
Like run the table against Bowling Green.
They're already running the table through everyone.
Also a little addition to the MAC, as reported earlier this week. It's only for football, but Sacramento State is joining the MAC for football.
That finally. So I've been hearing so many things about Sacramento State. Finally, they're in FBS level. About time. I don't know when that's going to be finalized or when they're actually going to be in it. But
I've been a huge advocate for conference realignment. I personally think it's good for the sport. This just doesn't make sense geographically. You could have gone to the Mountain West. You could have gone to the Pac-12.
It is the Mid-Atlantic Conference.
And I will say this, UMass should be in a conference in and of themselves. They should be with UConn.
Are we in it to bring back Big East football?
Honestly, dude,
Like,
I don't hate that idea.
Like,
Big East football.
Big East football put UMass in there.
Big East football gives UMass a chance.
Yes, and then that'll give UConn a conference.
Exactly.
Like,
it solves a lot of problems.
Yes. I don't think UConn will do any problems, but yeah, that is oddly interesting. They're going. Now, I'll talk to you about conference realignment soon, but number 23, BYU. I'm scared of BYU. I really am. I don't know where they are in the bracketology.
And a rough losing streak. There.
Their defense is an issue for me because they're barely beating opponents that they should blow out. I don't know where they are in the bracket. Oh, they're 60 playing Miami of Ohio.
Barely beat Colorado.
I got Miami of Ohio in that one because they went overtime against Colorado. Colorado's not that good.
They won that.
There was another team that they barely beat. Baylor.
Baylor
by 99
5.
and 94.
Lost to Oklahoma State by 7.
You can only tell DeBanza to do so much for you. DeBanza can only score 30 points for you every game. Rob Wright can do the same thing.
Yeah. And they
still give up 90 points a game.
And they still have Arizona, Iowa State, and Texas Tech left on their schedule.
I don't see them winning any of those games.
I don't either.
No. Unless they can pull out a win against Arizona, and I'll be extremely shocked. Wow, that's cool. Wisconsin, 24. About time that they are ranked. About time. They beat Michigan and MSU. And I think they beat one other person. They beat someone else that's notable. Or I could be extremely wrong. Oh, Illinois.
Yeah, they
beat Illinois.
By 2.
Yes, so
win nonetheless.
About time that they're in.
They do have Purdue to end off their schedule, though. So.
That's fine. They can beat Purdue. They beat Michigan on the road.
True.
So we'll see with Wisconsin. Then welcoming back to the top 25 and a very controversial team, Alabama. I don't know if Alabama's going to be allowed in the tournament because with that Charles how do you say his name? Badeko guy? I don't know. They said that the voters are looking at the games that he played in and may take that into consideration of what is it basically cheating or not? I don't think Alabama is going to be in the tournament because they're probably going to lose to Arkansas, lose to Tennessee, then lose in the first round of the SEC tournament. Alabama's not that good anymore. No. They beat South Carolina by 14.
Yeah,
but I don't know how to feel about Alabama. The others receiving votes: Clemson, Utah State, Tennessee, Villanova, Kentucky, Miami, St. Mary's, and VCU. And dropped is Clemson and Kentucky.
I mean, VCU, that's an A-10. Getting another 8, hopefully get another A-10 team in there.
Yes. And going to bracketology, Big Ten is 10 teams, SEC is 10, Big 12 is 8, ACC is 8, West Coast is 3, Big East is 3, and Mountain West is 2.
A-10 is 1.
A-10 is 1. And, of course, all the other conferences have 1. But,
it's shaping up to be an interesting March Madness, which we're always looking forward to here.
Absolutely, yeah. And then for the games tonight, now the games tonight are very good, very interesting. North Carolina is playing NC State. NC State is not ranked.
Battle of the Carolinas.
But those two teams, I've seen this. North Carolina hates NC State more than Duke. And that is not shocking to say.
No, it's not. Because it's the Battle of North Carolina.
Yeah. And I think Armando Bacot recently, he went on an interview and said when Duke and NC State was playing, he wanted Duke to win because that's how much Carolina hates NC State. Granted, did NC State beat them in the ACC title game? Yes.
Because they had, what was that kid's
Because
name?
DJ Burns went nuts for no reason at all.
The DJ Burns run will never be forgotten.
It will never be forgotten. But NC State is favored by 8.5. Are you going to favor Carolina covering it? Do you think? Are you going to slam that?
I mean, I can't advocate for
No,
sports
we are
betting.
not
It's
advocating, I'm
I'm
just
just getting
saying.
that out of there.
We're just saying.
But I would. I'd take the Wolfpack in this one.
I got North Carolina in this because I don't care if Caleb Wilson's not playing. Their whole team's very good.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see Luka Bogovac going absolutely nuclear for no reason.
Yeah.
And Michigan and Purdue. That game's going to be very good.
Yeah.
And I could see Michigan winning that one.
You know, I do have Michigan winning that one as well. I think that just adds to their resume.
Louisville plays SMU. Florida plays South Carolina. St. Louis plays Rhode Island.
Give me SLU.
Give me Rhode Island. I don't care.
You want to see SLU go
I
down?
want to see SLU go down. I want to see him go down so bad.
Duquesne a fighting chance.
No, that would give VCU a fighting chance.
I'm more just
Well,
looking out
yeah.
for Duquesne.
I know you're looking out for them, but I'm talking about VCU could be the #1 seed in that.
True.
So, Louisville plays SMU. Miami of Ohio plays UMass tonight. Michigan State plays UCLA. Hopefully they don't lose.
Yeah.
Wisconsin plays Ohio State. Nebraska plays Iowa, and Texas Tech plays Arizona State. So it's gonna be tonight is a great day.
Yeah.
I don't know when this is coming out on our YouTube channel,
Yeah.
but tonight is a great day.
I would completely agree.
Yes.
And I think that's just about all we have here for Gridiron Gospel. As always, we appreciate the viewers and DSTV and obviously all our producers in the background there. Truly can't do this without any of them. So thank you everyone, and have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.